On the 15th of May, it was announced that Premier League clubs will vote on scrapping VAR at their annual meeting in Harrogate on the 6th of June, after Wolves submitted a resolution to the Premier League. Since being introduced in 2019, VAR hasn't been able to escape controversy, with it feeling like there's a complaint from clubs followed by an apology from PGMOL after every game week. Well, I think it's safe to say that, at least in this country, VAR has been a complete failure. The whole point of bringing in something like VAR is to cut out the poor decisions and the mistakes that on-field referees are making in play. And I think, for the most part, VAR in this country has actually highlighted how bad the referees are that the Premier League hire and that are trained by the FA. Because the amount of clear-cut decisions that aren't being overturned by VAR and that are being completely missed constantly is that completely unacceptable, and it's been disgraceful, the amount that have been missed. If you look at other countries, look at like Spain and La Liga, and look in the Bundesliga in Germany, the referees there don't miss these decisions. When a decision is made on field that's wrong, VAR comes in straight away and corrects it, no matter what the decision is. The referees in this country seem so indecisive, and it's not even about decisions where you think, 50-50 ones. It's about ones that are clear-cut, 100% should be overturned, and on a lot of occasions they're not. And I can actually see this vote being passed through, because I know a lot of the so-called smaller clubs feel very aggrieved that similar decisions are given in favour of the bigger clubs like Chelsea and Liverpool in their matches, but when it comes to them same incidents happening in their matches, they're not given in their favour. And I know there's no real concrete evidence that these referees and these officials have bias, but it's heavily insinuated quite a lot that they do, and it comes across as that, even if it's not intended to come across as that at all, or if there is no bias and it shouldn't be coming across as that. It is. And I think, especially with all the complaints, I think the Forest tweet this year after the Forest Everton game was the tip of the iceberg. The statement, albeit, was very unprofessional and very damning and completely wrong in how they portray their views in that tweet. I think it showed that a lot of clubs now have completely lost trust in it, because it's not only affecting them financially in the placings they get, but it's also affecting how many points they get. They're losing points because of certain VAR decisions that shouldn't be going against them. And it's in some cases, it costs them some clubs European football, and others they're placed in the Premier League, which for a club like a Sheffield United or a Luton, they haven't got the money that your likes of Chelsea and Liverpool have. So them dropping down back into the Championship can be detrimental to them. It could cause them, if they end up not being able to get out of the league, which is a tough league to get out of the Championship, it could potentially cause them to go into administration. I know that's an extreme case, but it can do. I think until they've sorted out VAR, until they've found a way to implement it successfully and fairly, then I don't think it should come back until then. If you look at other sports, look at like rugby. I think rugby league implements a video-assisted referee the best, because the referee on field let them say if it's a try or a no try, and then they go upstairs to the video ref. If it's a clear and obvious error and it's a no try, they overturn it. But if it's a 50-50 decision, then they go based off the decision that the referee gave on the pitch. And I think something like that also gives a lot more power to on-field referees. And I think if you give more power to on-field referees in that sense, it alleviates, in a way, the controversy behind some of the decisions in this league, because it's sort of like, well, the referee's decision is found on the pitch. That's just it, like it used to be before VAR came in. And I think until something similar like that is implemented and is done successfully, I don't think VAR should come back in this country at all, because it's got to a point where it's destroying teams' season. It's affecting them detrimentally now. Not just like maybe the odd point here or two, which doesn't really matter too much. It's affecting them detrimentally to the point where it could cause teams to get relegated and miss out on European football, which is something that can't keep happening. So yeah, that's why I think the majority of these the teams that are going to vote on this, will pass it through, and we won't see VAR maybe not another 2, 3, 4 years down the line, because the Premier League haven't been able to operate it successfully.